Hey, what is going on, you guys? It's me, A-Tech, and today I'm gonna be making my first video for this new channel, and I thought I'd talk about the first and second time I got kicked out of school. Um, I see people doing commentaries all the time, and it's usually about first time they smoked weed, first time they had sex, and all this other mumbo jumbo that honestly it happens to everyone, and well, this almost happens to everyone and everything, and no one wants to hear about that, but this is an experience that doesn't happen to many people, and I unfortunately had to go through this. So I'm just gonna start off by saying how it really kind of built up to me getting kicked out of school, because there's a bunch of things that happened for me to get kicked out. So let's start with my 5th grade year. I was a CD student or BC student, making average grades and just getting by and everything. And then I get to middle school and my grades stopped, or they dropped to D and F. And I really started making bad grades, and I started, acting up, like, cursing out teachers, getting in fights and everything. It was almost halfway through my 7th grade year. I've been in 3 or 4 fights at this point. I've cussed out teachers multiple times. I've just been mouthy and back talking teachers and everything like that. Just a bunch of really bad stuff. And I was in the gym, and this kid was, like, he was just talking shit about me or whatever. And I, came up to him and was like, alright, let's fight then or whatever. So we started fighting in the gym area. Next day, they called me up to the office, and they're like, alright, well, we've tried to give you opportunities to, straighten your act up and everything. And, I acted like, oh yeah, okay, whatever, whatever you have to say. Alright, what are you gonna do, suspend me for 9 days? And they said, no, you're kicked out of school. And when they said that, I couldn't believe it. I could not believe they actually kicked me out of school. And my parents, yeah, they were pretty mad at me. They were pretty upset at me and everything. So when I say I get kicked out, like, they withdraw me from that school, but you don't go home and you just sit there for a couple months and you come back. But where I went to school down in Florida, they had this alternative school called ALC, which stands for Alternative Learning Center. And when you get kicked out, you go there. And this school is, it's regular hours, and you go there, you only can wear jeans and a shirt that has nothing on it, and every day they pat you down before you go into the school and check you and make sure you don't have no weapons or drugs or anything. And they also do random searches, and they wand you randomly, like once a week. They will wand you down, make you take off your shoes and everything. And me being 7th grade, weighing maybe 90 pounds, I wasn't, very big. I was like, I could take on anyone. I'm not scared of no one. Screw you. I can, do whatever. And, there's a bunch of really bad people there. Like people that, were caught with, like, enormous amounts of weed in school and all that, and, like, had brought guns into school. And that's, like, the type of people that were there. And I was only there because I backtalked teachers and I got in a couple fights. Do I think that the punishment that I had was sufficient for what I did wrong? No. They should have not sent me there. That was so screwed up of them to do that. But whatever. I think it's it's the best for me right now when I think back on it. Everything was online, and I made decent grades. I was making A/B for the online school that they had there. Whatever. And the first time I went, they give you 45 days. So I went there for, 20 days, and then I got suspended a few times, so it ended up being like maybe 60 days. So after that 60 days, they sent me back to my regular school. And, I go back, they put me into some advanced classes because I really started doing better, and I started, actually paying attention and everything. And then, so this is the middle of, little before the end of 7th grade year, that they do send me back to school, and they put me in some advanced classes and, whatever. So, about a month after I get back from my first time at getting kicked out and going to ALC. I get kicked out again. Now, the first time I get kicked out, I can totally understand that. Now, I can see why I get kicked out of school. But the second time, that was really, really fucked up why they kicked me out. So I go into the classroom, and my teacher looks at me and says, I'm going to write you up for skipping. I'm coming in maybe 20 minutes late. I'm like, why are you going to write me up for skipping? I was in the nurse's office, which I was. And she says, well, another student told me that you were trying to skip and you got caught. I was like, I was not skipping, and I've never skipped class, not even in my high school year. I'm 18 now, senior, and I've not once skipped class. And this bitch was like, oh yeah, this student told me that you skipped class and everything, and I'm writing you up for it. And I'm like, you better fix this shit before Monday, or me or you are gonna have problems. And what I meant by that was like, I would want her to go up to the office and talk to the principal. You know, when I said that, I really wasn't thinking what she thought, and what she thought was that I was gonna bring a gun to school and like shoot her or some stupid shit like that. But all I meant was that I was gonna, talk to the principal or something like that. Anyways, so they bring me up to the office and they say, alright, you're getting kicked out of school again. I'm like, well, shit. Alright, first time is, unlucky. Second time, that's just bullshit. So anyways, I go back to ALC. Now this time it's 85 days. I go back and I get suspended a few more times there. So ended up probably being about 90 to 100 days I spent there because I missed a couple days being sick and whatever. So halfway through 8th grade year, I come back and my grades don't really improve all too much. I start making just straight C's and everything, but I stay out of trouble. And now I'm in high school and I really don't get in trouble that much anymore, and I guess it turned out for the best. But I just wanted to tell you guys my experience of getting kicked out of school and kind of what I had to go through, and whatever, and hopefully you guys find interest in this video. And if you did, please like, subscribe, and comment. I'm gonna start trying to make commentaries once or twice a week. So like I said, if you guys did like it, please like, comment, subscribe, and if you have any questions for me, please let me know and I will answer them. And if you want me to, make a video about some subject, whatever, yeah, let me know, So, I'll see you guys later and I'll catch you in the next one.